Well, hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Youth Night Live here for Grape Grove Church of Christ. I am really excited about tonight and a lot of the fun games and opportunities that we get to have this evening. And so, as we go throughout this evening, we're going to be spending our time taking it a little bit slow, trying to give, especially this beginning moment, trying to get everyone to come in, everyone to start hanging out, having fun. If you are excited about tonight, please comment down below if you're really excited, especially that opportunity to win that free pizza. So I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys are amped up and ready, especially with this being our final youth online event. That way we get to start meeting each other again and get to have a lot of fun. I'm really excited. I hope you are. So why don't we take the time right now, as we've been going through this time that we've been away from one another, there's a lot of things that we've needed to talk about that we really haven't discussed before, especially as teenagers. We're struggling to learn some of these aspects about quarantine. And so I have a video to show you guys about something really important that you guys need to see. So please take the moment and watch this video for me. All right. I hope you guys learned a lot from that video. I hope you guys finally fully understand how to wash your hands and doing it in a way that's really fun and creative. All right. And so here's what we are going to get ready to do. Here in a second, I'm going to ask you to start commenting. That way I know who's all here. So what I want you to do is to take a moment, and I've got the chat pulled up on the side here. I want you to start to comment something. Comment what was your favorite color. What is your favorite color? If you can comment that down below, that way we can start getting ready to have our first game this evening. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let the moment happen. We're going to just settle here for a second and give you guys an opportunity to all type out your favorite color. All right, now that we are all settled in, now that we're starting to get some people in and rolling, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start out with our very first game this evening, and I think it's going to be a really fun one. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pop back off the screen again, and what I'm going to do is begin the instructional video on how this game is going to be played. So please take a look on your screens, and let's see what this game is all about.
Well, hello there. I'm sorry to interrupt. I can see that you and your group are in the middle of something very important. It's just, well, I found this stray cat in the wild, and I was wondering if you would maybe, take care of it for a while. You would? Well, that's great news. Just remember, owning a cat is a big responsibility. You have to feed it, you have to bathe it, but above all, you have to keep it alive. Welcome to the world of Dead Cat. Let me explain how this game is going to work. Every round is a different question, and every question will determine the fate of your cat. You and your group are entirely in charge of the fate of your cat. Some of the choices that you will make will be good for your cat, and some of the choices that you make will be, not so good for your cat. I think you'll understand as the game goes on. One more thing. You and your group have one extra life card, but only one, so use it sparingly. Just remember, you need to keep your cat alive. I think you'll understand as we move to the next round, so let's go ahead and head to round 1 together. See you there.
All right, so there we go. We are now welcoming ourselves into the world of Dead Cat. That was just the introduction, trying to get us into understanding how the game is going to work. So each day, or essentially, is going to be a question, and we're going to continue to help keep our brand new youth group cat alive. So if you guys would like to, what we're going to do is we're going to answer the question, and they're going to go up with the question prompts. And what you're wanting to do is to choose the color. And so what we're going to do is simply comment down below the color that you want us to make the decision on, and then we will follow suit. We are trying our best to keep our cat alive and go through the whole thing. If we need to, we have 3 lives. The thing said 1, but we're going to go with 3 because we're doing this in one go. So here we go. We're going to go into question 1.
Awesome. You made it. Well, just like every pet in the world, your cat needs a name. So what would you and your group like to name your cat? Would you like to name your cat Fluffy, Snowball, Thaddeus the Third, or Poop Nugget? Talk it over with your group and let me know when you decide.
All right, so there we go. We are trying to pick out the name of our cat. So as we can see, we got blue is Fluffy, orange is Snowball, purple is Thaddeus the Third, and green is Poop Nugget. So I want you guys to comment down below right now, which name should we name our new cat? Go ahead and take the moment right now to start commenting down below. I'm going to be sitting here watching the chat. That way I can see your guys' names pop up. And so we'll just take the moment here to give you guys that opportunity. Right now we're trying to figure out, what do we want to name our brand new cat? Right now, for me, I'm thinking of Fluffy. I'm thinking Fluffy might be a really good option, but right now we're waiting for you guys to interact and see where we would like to name our brand new cat here at round one. Hopefully, we don't do anything too crazy, but I'm thinking Fluffy at the moment.
Fluffy. Such a classic cat name. Your cat loves it, and I approve as well. Congratulations. Let's move on to round two.
All right, guys, there we go. Our cat's name is now Fluffy. It's a good name. I think the narrator put it best. It's a nice classic cat name. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to go into round two. So why don't we check out the video for round number two.
Welcome to round two. Ding, ding, ding. Your alarm clock is going off, and you realize that you haven't fed your cat. You look through your cabinets and your refrigerator, but you can't find cat food anywhere. What should you feed your cat? Should you feed your cat a sponge, raw bacon, Pop-Tarts, or a box of Staples? Make sure to talk this one over with the group. Let me know when you decide.
All right, so there we go. We are now on to round two. We're looking at the next set of questions here. We're trying to figure out what do we want to feed our cat, and these are our four options. Do we want to feed our cat the blue option, which is the sponge, the orange option, which is raw bacon, the purple option, which is Pop-Tarts, or the green option, which is a box of Staples? It'd be good if you're a robot, but I don't know about a cat. So what we're going to do now is we're going to once again wait a moment, take a second, and choose what option you think we should be feeding our cat. Now, I do want to mention that there is a slight delay between when I'm currently talking and the video is playing to where the stream is actually cutting through. So it's going to take a small moment for you guys to catch up to real time. So right now, like I said, just like in round one, pick blue, orange, purple, or green, or just type in sponge, raw bacon, Pop-Tarts, or box of Staples. Let me know, what do you think we should be feeding our cat? And I'm going to give you guys a few moments to do that right now.
You fed your cat Pop-Tarts. Nothing like a box of fake fruit sugar bread. Your cat loved it, even asked for seconds. Great job. You're a great cat owner. Let's continue on to round three.
All right, fed him Pop-Tarts. I love Pop-Tarts myself, so I think it's very fitting that our cat ate Pop-Tarts as well. I don't know if in real life Pop-Tarts would be a really great meal for your cat, but that is the life we've chosen for our cat. He now eats Pop-Tarts. And so we're going to go ahead and hop into round 3. We're doing fairly well so far. Let's keep up the good pace we got going on here.
Oh my, what is that awful smell? You look around and you realize that this terrible smell is coming from your cat. You should probably give him a bath. Now, how would you like to bathe your cat? Should you chuck it in the neighbor's pond? Dunk it in a bucket of hand sanitizer? Spray it with a bottle of Axe? Or, who cares? Bathing is for weaklings. Talk it over with the group. Let me know what you guys decide.
All right, here we go. We're back into our next round here. We got to figure out how we want to bathe our cat. So, are we going to throw it into the neighbor's pond? Are we going to put hand sanitizer on it to clean it? Are we going to use Axe body spray? It is the cleaning spray of choice for most teenage boys, especially junior high. Or do we just want to do nothing? Do we just want to let the cat be smelly? Let him do what he wants. So, once again, in the comment section below, I want you to type up, do you want to use neighbor's pond, hand sanitizer, Axe body spray, or just do nothing? I'll give you guys a few moments to do that right now.
You chose to dunk your cat in a bucket of hand sanitizer. 1, your cat smells way better, and 2, bye-bye bacteria. The only bad news is that when you went to try and dry your cat off, it ran out the open front door. Oh no, go find your cat in the next round. See you there.
All right, we're doing well-ish. I don't know. I don't know where we acquired all this hand sanitizer and the epidemic we got going on, or the pandemic we got going on right now, but we have a lot of it, and so now our cat has ran away. I'm really shocked. I don't know why. We've been doing a really good job taking care of our cat. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to go to the next round and see what we need to do to catch our cat.
Welcome to round 4. After a few hours of searching, you finally find your cat, and he's stuck in a tree. How should you get your cat down? Should you buy a big trampoline and tell your cat to jump? Should you throw a rock at it? Should you cut down the tree? Or should you summon an eagle to grab it for you? Talk it over with the group. Let me know when you decide.
All right, we've been doing really well so far. We're going into round 4, and we have not used any of our 3 lives. So here's what we're going to do. We need to figure out how we're going to get our cat down from that tree, that pesky, pesky cat. So do we want to use a trampoline to get him down? Do we want to throw a rock at it to get him down? Do we want to just cut the whole tree down altogether? Or do we want to summon an eagle to get that cat out of that tree? So comment down below what you believe we should do next. I will see you guys back in a second.
You chose to buy a big trampoline and tell your cat to jump. While buying a big trampoline was a great idea, leaving it in the box was not. Your cat hit its head pretty hard. It is alive, but it's unconscious. Hopefully you can fix that problem in the next round.
All right, we saved our cat. Kinda. So now we have to wake our cat back up. So we got to figure out what we want to do. So let's go into round 5 and see what we need to do.
Well, hello again, and welcome to round 5. So, your cat is out like a light bulb, and you need to wake it up because it's time to go home for dinner. How should you wake up your cat? A taser gun. Use an air horn. A swift kick to the stomach. Pour it a cup of coffee and say, "Wake up, it's time for school." Talk it over with your group. Let me know what you decide.
All right, out of all the options that we have here for waking up our cat, we have a taser gun, an air horn, swiftly kicking it, or do what most of us do in the morning, go straight for that good old cup of joe. So I want you guys to go ahead and comment down below, which one do you think we should choose next? I'm gonna give you guys a few seconds right now to do that.
You chose a swift kick to the stomach. Well, now your foot hurts because it turns out your cat has rock hard abs. But your tactic worked. Your cat is awake and ready for what's next. See you in the next round.
All right, awesome. Our cat is finally awake and ready to go. That's surprising-ish. I didn't know we could motivate our cat that well. So we've gone through 5 rounds of Dead Cat. It's been super awesome. I've really been enjoying our time interacting with this game. And so, unfortunately, due to just some time constraints and things like that, we are going to go ahead and cut it here at round 5. But what we will do is we will continue Dead Cat throughout our next few coming weeks here in Youth Group. So here's what we're going to do. We finished round 5. If we want to continue to doing Dead Cat, you'll have to come up to Youth Group next week, which I will give more details on as time goes on. And so now we've come to a really cool section here of Youth Group. Right now, we are going to give away a free large pizza. So I want you to comment down right now what has been so far. It is the first day of summer. It's the first day of summer here, and so what I want you guys to comment down below is, what are you looking forward to most about summer? Is it any types of vacation you might be going on, just anything in summer that your family likes to do? I know some things are a little different right now because of being quarantined and some things not being completely open, but since today is the first day of summer, I think that would be a really great way to help us figure out who we might randomly choose. But to do so and to be entered to win your pizza, you need to comment down below what is something that you really want to look forward to here for the summer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys just a few moments to do that. All right, so I'll see you guys here in a second. If you guys are just now tuning in with us tonight, we are at a Youth Night Live event, and we just got done playing a really cool game. Hopefully when this video goes back up later tonight, you guys get a chance to go through and catch up. Right now, we are about to give away a free large pizza. I will call the nearest Domino's, Pizza Hut, wherever, and send a pizza to your home right now. So I need you to tell me, what are you looking forward to most about this summer, since today is the first day of summer after all. So go ahead and comment down below what you are looking forward to the most, and I will be helping to randomly choose here in a moment. So please take the next few moments to do that. All right, the live comments are in, and here is the winner. Our winner is the user PokeTree. You won a pizza. And so here's what I need you to do. I need you to go onto our Facebook page. It is Grape Grove Church of Christ. It's the little green symbol. And I need you to go on there and send us a message that has the name that you want on the order and your address. That way we can send it to you. If you can do that for me, that would be awesome. And then we will hop on, we will send it to you. Also, if you would like any toppings up to 2 to put on it, please let us know. That way we can get it for you. I hope you really get to enjoy the pizza as we continue on through tonight. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down the countdown timer. That way we have an opportunity to get that order sent out to you. So please take that opportunity to do that. If you need a parent or a guardian to do that, just tell them what they need to do. Hop on Facebook, look for Grape Grove Church of Christ, it's the little green logo, and send us a message with the name for the order and the address and any of 2 toppings that you would want on it. So go ahead and do that right now. Thank you guys for joining us this evening. We're about ready to kick off one of our main lessons for this evening. I hope you guys are having fun like I am. Comment down below, are you guys having fun? What are you guys looking forward to for youth group as we're starting to meet again starting soon? So please take the moment to say hello to one another, comment with one another, and enjoy as we begin to do this process. Thank you very much for joining. All right, welcome back, guys. During that short time frame, we have not heard from PokeTree yet. Maybe there's just some time lapse difference. I'm not sure yet. So we're going to continue on, and if we get the message, we will definitely honor that and send out to you. But if not, we might give the opportunity later tonight for someone else to win that pizza. Hopefully not before it gets too late. So here's what we are going to do now. We are going to jump in to our next game. Our next game here, we're about to pop it up on here. It is called Fear or Nah. Fear or Nah is going to be a really fun game for us to take a look at and play. So here's what it is. We're all afraid of something, but can you guess the medical names of these common phobias? All right, so here, get your phobia knowledge into high gear here, because this is exactly the type of game someone like me who watched a lot of Animal Planet and watched a lot of fun documentaries, this is something that I excel at, and plus I've seen all the answers. So here we go. Round one, arachnophobia. This should be an easy one. Is it fear of water, fear of numbers, or fear of spiders? And we're going to take just a moment here with the all right, time is up. I want you guys to keep score by yourself and then comment down below not only which one you're choosing in real time, but also how many you got right by the end of all this. Please let me know. So we have the first one of arachnophobia, and we have fear of spiders. That's a pretty simple one. It's a pretty easy one, I would have to say. So why don't we go ahead and move on to the next one. All right. Blinophobia, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm probably going to butcher a couple of these, so please hang in there with me as we continue on through these. So is this phobia the fear of slime, the fear of blenders, or the fear of balloons? Two of them have a B and a BL in there somewhere, so it's hard to say. So I'm going to give you guys just another few moments once again to kind of keep track in your own head which one do you think it is, as well as commenting down below. That way others can see what you think this phobia might be as we continue on through tonight's game. I'm glad you guys are joining us this evening. If you guys are joining us just now, we are in our Youth Night live event, and right now we're playing a really fun game called Fear or Nah. So what we're doing is we're just simply answering some questions before our lesson for the evening. And so I hope you guys have gotten a chance to tally down which one you think it is, because it is the fear of slime. They must have really hated Nickelodeon. I don't know if Nickelodeon still uses slime as sort of its big gimmick anymore. It used to be a really big deal to get slimed on Nickelodeon. So we'll continue on, I guess. Somnophobia. Somnophobia, interesting name we got here. Is it the fear of dreams, the fear of sleep, or the fear of not sleeping? They're all very similar, so we might have to use some context clues of the word in somnophobia to figure this one out. So let's once again, if you guys want to figure out which one it is, comment down below which one you think it is, as well as to continue keeping tally on whether or not you are doing really well on fear or nah. So as we continue on through this, I hope you guys have enjoyed this evening, and I hope you guys are really excited for the rest of this evening. And time is up officially, and so we are going to see somnophobia, the fear of sleeping, the fear of falling asleep. What a shame. Next one is astrophobia. Astrophobia. Is it the fear of thunder and lightning, the fear of asteroids, or the fear of sunsets? I don't know about you guys, but I like a really nice sunset, especially out here at Grape Grove. Sunsets are just pretty. The sunsets are just a very pretty thing to see. So once again, I want you guys to either comment down below which one you think it is, or keep and tally yourself as I take a sip of my drink. Because my throat is dry. Because that's the season we're in here in Ohio. All right, hope you guys are enjoying the evening. I did post a comment down below just a moment ago asking, what's your favorite Avenger? I know the Avengers aren't fully relevant right now, but the Marvel movies have been fantastic. Let me know what your favorite Avenger is. I would have to say either Iron Man or Spider-Man. I like both characters in a lot of different ways. I love Robert Downey Jr. I love Tom Holland. I think both of them are very cool. So, as we continue on, which one is astrophobia? It is the fear of thunder and lightning. I don't know. Thunder and lightning kind of is a calming thing for me. I don't know about others. I don't know about you, but that's what it is for me. Next one, we have zoophobia. The fear of humans, the fear of zoos, or the fear of animals. Now, this is a really interesting one. My family and I actually went to the Cincinnati Zoo this morning. We were pass holder members, so we were able to get in a little earlier than some others, and we thought it was a lot of fun. It got real hot real early, but all in all, I thought it was a really good time. I love going to the zoo. I love seeing all the animals. My son loves seeing the little meerkats pop up everywhere, seeing them scurry around in the dirt. He, I think, feels like he's a meerkat. If that's an animal that he connects with, it's probably meerkat, I would assume. So, once again, we're trying to figure out which one is zoophobia. Zoophobia, the fear of humans, fear of zoos, or the fear of animals. And I hope you guys are keeping track in your heads, because it is the fear of animals. That's an interesting one. All right, there's just getting a little bit harder, a little bit more similar in the answers. So, make sure you guys are keeping track of your own scores. All right, the next one. Hold on. Let me. I'm gonna make myself just a little bit smaller so you can see the full word on this one. This word. I can't even try and pronounce it at the moment. So, here's what it could be. It could be the fear of sharks. It could be the fear of whales, or it could be the fear of dolphins. I'm pretty sure, if I got the wording right, a dolphin is a type of whale, but not all whales are dolphins. Something like that. It's all whales are dolphins, or all dolphins are whales. It's something like that. It's something like that. It's something similar. So that's an interesting one. It might be a clue as well for the answer. So I might have helped give it away. So I hope you guys are once again keeping score. This phobia is the fear of sharks. Fish are friends, not food. All right, that's it. Fear of sharks. All right, here we go. Next one, pyrophobia. Pyrophobia. Is pyrophobia the fear of fireworks? 4th of July is coming up. Sorry, guys. The fear of fire. When the Fire Nation attacked. That's not good for you guys. Or the fear of fire hydrants. The fear of fire hydrants. If you have the fear of fire and fire hydrants, that's not good. If you have both fears together, because you have the fire, but you're also afraid of the thing that puts out the fire. That's not good. So, hopefully, you guys are trying to figure out which one it is, and hopefully you guys are keeping track of which one you think it is. All right, we're starting to get down to the final few phobias, and then we are going to continue on with our lesson for the evening. I hope you guys chose correctly, because it is the fear of fire. That is pyrophobia, the fear of fire. All right, and here is the next phobia. All right, so is this phobia the fear of children, the fear of creepers? I would like to assume that's the green creeper from Minecraft. We're going to say that's what that is. Or the fear of dolls. I feel like fear of dolls also covers fear of mannequins. I think those two kind of go hand in hand, but I'm pretty sure those are the same phobia name. I'm not sure. So I want you guys to go ahead, comment. Which one do you think it is? Is it children, creepers, or dolls? Interesting choices all around interesting choices that we get the chance to have here. All right. So let's go ahead and see what the answer is the fear of dolls. Some dolls are creepy. That photo is creepy. That's a creepy doll. I don't like it. I don't like that doll. That's a creepy doll. I have a little sister. I grew up with them, with, her having a lot of Barbies and dolls. She never had one like that. That would have gone in the fire. It would not have stayed with us. All right, here's the next phobia. All right, is this phobia the fear of ice, the fear of crying, or the fear of choking? Interesting ones. These are an interesting set of choices. It could be. It would be interesting, especially if you were in trouble and you needed Frozone from The Incredibles to help you. It would be difficult. If you hate crying, then I would not recommend watching the movie Up. Cried like a baby. It's sad. I know. I know. It's a good movie though. It's a good movie though. So here we go. This phobia is the fear of ice. I hope you're keeping track. You think you're winning? I don't know. I definitely wasn't when I was going through this by myself earlier today. All right. Here is the next one. Is this phobia the fear of candy, the fear of coffee, or fear of clouds? Tell you what, I ate way too much candy to be afraid of candy. And I, as an adult, indulge in such coffee beverages, including Starbucks, all right? There's nothing wrong in wanting a Starbucks coffee every now and then, all right? There's nothing wrong with it. And then clouds make really fun shapes. So I don't know. I can't help you there. I can't really. All right, so this phobia is clouds. It is the fear of clouds. All right. And so let's take a look here. All right. We've got one more fear left. Here we go. That fear. That one right there. Once again, another really hard one. I couldn't even try and pronounce it if I wanted to. All right. Is this one the fear of collars? The fear of coughing? Or the fear of clowns? I think if you're afraid of clowns, you might know if this is the answer or not. Which, a lot of people are afraid of clowns. A lot of people are. And not because of Stephen King, but just because people in that kind of makeup and outfit. And how many of them can fit in a tiny car. It's creepy. All right? That many people should not be able to fit in a car together. All right, there's clown cars that, I don't know, they're like the TARDIS. It's small and compact, but it's got a lot of space. I don't know. I don't understand things sometimes, guys. I don't know. All right, and so for the final one, the fear of clowns. And it's got a photo on there for you for good measure. Guys, that was Fear or Nah. I hope you guys enjoyed that game as we continue on to our next game. Not really. We're not going into another game. I was just joking. We are actually going into our lesson this evening. And our lesson this evening actually covers this idea of fear. All right. And this is a little one-off series called No Fear. We're going to be talking about fear. It affects all of us. That's something that fear does. We all have a little bit of fear. We have fears and worries. Some of us are afraid of spiders, like arachnophobia. Some of us are afraid of snakes. Some of us are afraid that we may never get to see our friends again because of COVID. And I know it's a little scary. But all joking aside, in some sense, fear is something that is it's serious. It's something that plagues a lot of us. Some of us are afraid that we might not go to the college of our dreams. We might get that rejection letter that won't allow us to. We're afraid of feeling rejected by a person that we have interests in high school, even though those statistically don't last. There's just a lot of things we could be afraid of. We can be afraid when our parents are fighting, and the big word divorce gets thrown into the mix. Fear is very real for a lot of us. Some of us have experienced it. Some of us could be experiencing it, and it can be difficult. When it comes to fear and how fear has been played in my life, there's one scenario I constantly remember in terms of fear. It was when I was younger, and I was afraid. I was deathly afraid of roller coasters. I know. I was afraid of roller coasters, but specific types of roller coasters. I was afraid with roller coasters with loops on it. Kind of like some phobias where they are rational to the person, but in some senses can be irrational, like the fear of clouds in some cases. Sorry. I did not like roller coasters with loops. My parents would take us to Kings Island every single year, and we would love going to Kings Island. My sister and my cousin, we would go and we would just have a great time. We'd ride all the fun rides at Kings Island back when Nickelodeon and Paramount owned part of it, so all the kid rides were Nickelodeon themed. It was amazing. We rode all the fun roller coasters like the Racer and all that. But then we got to other rides. And at first it was fine because my cousin also didn't want to ride these rides. But when he got older, he did and I still didn't. The fear became so real to me that there was even points to where I would break down in tears because I was just so scared. I didn't want to ride a roller coaster with a loop on it. What if I fall out? What if the track gets stuck upside down? What if the thing falls off the track? It's not meant to go upside down. Roller coaster is on a track like a car. It doesn't go upside down. It didn't process right for me. It didn't process right. I had fear. I had a lot of fear in me. And I think some people could find that as a healthy fear, probably not to the point of breaking down at the sight of seeing those roller coasters. But, eventually I did not really grow up, but I was heavily influenced to try a roller coaster with a loop on it. And as nerve-wracking as it was, I was really happy that I did. And now they're one of my favorite roller coasters. Flight of Fear is one of my favorite roller coasters of all time. And it's got some really good loops and bends in it. Regardless of fears being healthy or not, that's exactly what we're going to talk about tonight is fear. And so to start, we need to start with a definition. What is fear? Fear is an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or threat. That is what fear is. I'm going to make myself just a little bit bigger here for you guys to see. Fear is an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause pain or a threat. For me, with looping roller coasters, I thought it was dangerous. I thought it would cause pain. Falling off a roller coaster sounds painful. I don't know about anyone else. And I saw it as a threat if I were to encounter a looping roller coaster. So I stuck with non-looping roller coasters. And so that's exactly what it is. And so let me ask you a question. What do you do when you're confronted with something dangerous? Where do you turn to when the threat of pain stares you straight in the face? And that's a pretty tough question to ask. There's that whole idea of fight or flight. And so some of us don't really know. When tough times come and when things that scare us really get in our way, we are struggling sometimes to figure out, do we confront it? Do we run from it? What do we do? There's a lot of different scenarios and a lot of different circumstances that can dictate what we should choose. And it gets difficult. We don't want to make the wrong choice, but sometimes we're just so scared. I know a lot of us like to turn to friends or family for help. My guess would be sometimes they help with good advice and sometimes not so much. Friends, you gotta love friends, but sometimes they don't really know what's best for you. Has anyone really? I'm sure everyone at some point has received bad advice. I hope I can encourage you in some way tonight. I hope that you will know that no matter what is causing you distress or pain or sleepless nights sometimes, no matter how big or how hopeless situations can be, there is hope. I want everyone to grab a Bible if you haven't grabbed one. I have a couple behind me and one right here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to be reading from the Bible tonight. And we're going to take a look at Psalm 46 in the Bible. So take a moment right now, find the book of Psalms and find chapter 46. This psalm was written during problems, stress, and uncertainty. You might say, that sounds like my Tuesday. The writer's world is crumbling all around him. And in the middle of the storm, he tells us that we can depend on God no matter how bad things get. God can protect us. That's what it is. God can protect us. So that's the first part we want to learn. And so as we read Psalm 46 here, I'm going to be reading out of the NLT version. You may have something different, but that's okay. So please follow along with me. God is our refuge and strength, always ready to help in times of trouble. So we will not fear when earthquakes come and mountains crumble into the sea. Let the oceans roar and foam. Let the mountains tremble as the waters surge. That's awesome, right? That's really cool. God is our refuge. Does anyone else feel like sometimes the world is just crumbling around us? Amid whatever you're feeling right now, God wants to be your refuge, our strength, and our help. And if you're like me, sometimes you really need that. When our world is crashing in around us, God is still there, and He is protecting us. The word refuge literally means to flee, as in running to shelter. I remember when I was in cross country, and we would always have cross-country practice right after school. That's one of the things that we always had to be careful of was storms. We had an outdoors bathroom by the track, and I remember we would get warmed up and we would running, and then you would hear the crash of thunder, and everyone would just run to the building to get out of the rain, get out of the storm. It was our refuge, and that's what God is calling for you. Is if you're in times of distress and pain, you need to seek refuge in God. And sometimes I know that can be difficult. We live in a world surrounded by the internet, surrounded by people who think they know what's best for you through self-help and through a lot of people who's trying to help you, whether for good intentions or for not. And there's a lot of things that can distract us from the voice of God. Like a child running to a parent to protect them from a monster, we can run to God and say, protect me. Besides being a refuge, God is our strength. He is saying that no matter what, we can rely on His strength, especially when we feel weak and defenseless. God is our strength. He is always ready to help. He is always ready. And it doesn't matter when, where, or why. That's important. It doesn't matter when, where, or why. God is there to protect you. And sometimes that is difficult in the noise of today's world. We want to seek God in times of pain, but sometimes it just feels loud. It feels like There's just so much going on in our world today.
God. 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 God.
Family.
God.
Family.
God. God.
Family.
Friends.
God.
Friends.
Family.
God.
Friends.
School.
Family.
Friends.
God.
School.
Money. Friends.
School.
Family.
God.
School.
Money.
School.
Family.
God.
School.
Social
Money.
distancing.
Friends.
School.
God.
Sports.
School.
Money.
Social distancing.
Friends.
God.
Family.
School.
Money.
Beer. Sports.
Social
God.
distancing.
School.
Money. Friends.
School.
God.
Sports.
The ladies.
God.
Sports.
Family.
Social distancing. Social media. Social distancing. Social distancing. Social distancing.
God.
Sometimes in the chaos of the noise, it's hard to search and find him. It can be. God tells us, and we try and tell ourselves, we will not fear. That God is our refuge, and sometimes it's just difficult. But there is, once again, hope. God promises us. God has a promise, and he makes one for us. And God always keeps his promises. When God says, "Be still and know that I am God," we can be still. We can trust him. The picture here is of us letting our hands fall to our sides and leaving it in the hands of God. This is where we get the phrase, let go and let God. What's going on in your life right now where you feel like you need to let go? What's making you lose sleep? What's making you nervous, anxious, fearful? Are you willing to let go and let God have it? Are you willing to be still, cancel out all the noise, and just shelter, take refuge in God? He goes on to say why we should trust him. Let's read verses 4 through 9. Once again, I'm reading out of the NLT, but once again, it won't matter too much on translation. A river brings joy to the city of our God, the sacred home of the Most High. God dwells in that city. It cannot be destroyed. From the very break of day, God will protect it. The nations are in chaos and their kingdoms crumble. God's voice thunders and the earth melts. The Lord of heaven's armies is here among us. The God of Israel is our fortress. Interlude. Come, see the glorious work of the Lord. See how he brings destruction upon the world. He causes wars to end throughout the earth. He breaks the bow and snaps the spear. He burns the shields with fire. In these verses, we get some very vivid pictures of God's power, and they serve as a reminder that God is greater than the problem we will ever face. Does his power, is it greater than earthquakes? Of course. Is his power greater than the ocean? No questions whatsoever. Is his power greater than anyone's relationship status? Of course. Is his power greater than fill in the blank. Yes. His power is greater than any disease, sickness, or troubles that may come our way. That is why we can say, we can be still. We can be still and know that he is God, because he is greater than any problems I face or you face. He's greater than any of them. Greater than problems, struggles, heartaches, pain. He's greater than all of them. Look at this, look at the end of verse 10, not the one on the screen just yet. I will be honored by every nation. I will be honored throughout the world. This is verse 10 here, right after the verses we just read. I will be honored by every nation. I will be honored throughout the world. I want you to think about the biggest problem you're facing. That's going to be kind of hard, but I want you to just think about the problems you're facing. What's the biggest one? I hope you have it. Now think about the fact that God is Lord over the whole world, and he is bigger than blank. He is bigger than what you're thinking of right now. He's bigger than that. I want you guys to rest in that knowledge that God is bigger than the situation you can think of, the situation that you find yourself in. You know, the psalm ends with an incredible visual. It says, "The Lord of heaven's armies is here among us. The God of Israel is our fortress." Can you picture God standing in front of an army of angels? His voice can calm the seas. His voice commands the army of heaven. He is our comfort and our fortress. He is our help in times of trouble. I love this psalm on the screen, Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. I will be honored by every nation, and I will be honored throughout the world. What help do you need tonight? We're going to close here in a second and pray. I'm going to pray that we get a chance to have God be refuge in our fear and to help guide us in wherever we need to be. I want you to take the time in prayer to see your fear and give it to God and trust, because God is God. And you can trust in his promises. And so please, take the time with me and just be still as we pray. Okay? God, I want to thank you for this evening. I want to thank you for the wonderful opportunity you gave all of us to be here tonight. God, we can be afraid at times because we're not in control, and sometimes it's difficult. We are in situations that are stressful, that are sometimes pain-inducing, and trust is a hard thing to come by sometimes, Lord. And I pray that in these times of troubles that we can trust you with our fear. Because fear can be healthy, but what we do with that fear matters. And Lord, I want us to be healthy with our fear. And if we are feeling fear, struggle, anxiety, that we can cast it upon you, that we can take it and just hand it to you, because that's what you called us to do. So Lord, as we continue out tonight, I hope that we get a chance to do that. I want to thank you and pray in your name. Amen. I hope you guys really enjoyed this evening. I hope you guys had a really good opportunity to have fun. I hope you guys got an opportunity to enjoy the games we got to play. I never got a message about the free pizza, So we will figure something out in the future. We will see what we can do about that because I want someone at some point to eat pizza, whether that is sooner or later. Someone will eat pizza on my watch. They will, and I'm going to expand myself even further, and I will put my hat back on because I have not had a haircut in a long time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this evening. I hope you guys get an opportunity to interact with us some more here at Grape Grove. This is just simply a fun experiment that I had because of our quarantining, and we are ending that, actually. Let me get a drink again real quick. H2O. So, there are a few announcements I would like to give us. The first one being youth group. We don't have it tomorrow because we've enjoyed tonight. What that means is starting next week on Sunday of next week, Sunday of next week, that is the 28th, Sunday, the 28th of July, 2020, we will be having youth group here at Grape Grove again. That is right. We are slowly starting to work that process in. We are going to finalize details over the next week on what we can do to help with that. But that is our goal, is we want to meet here. We want to interact here. We want to be a youth group. And I know how hard it might be. We know how fearful some may be about coming out. So please use your own discretion. But our goal is to try and start reconnecting over the summer. That way by fall we can be back into full swing. That way we have not missed a beat. And I think that's going to be fun. Including that, some of the things that we've missed is fun events. We've had this. I thought it was fun. It was an event. So what does this mean for our youth group next? What is our next big event to start telling our friends about? Well, our next big event is a family event. It will include teens, kids, adults, everybody. We're having our yearly drive-in. We had a drive-in last year. We watched Inside Out. We had a lot of people show up. It was a lot of fun. And so this year, we are going to have a drive-in again on July 10th. On July 10th, we will have a drive-in movie night. But we wanted to expand that even further. We wanted to have an opportunity to have sort of a celebration of starting to return and getting to meet with each other again, especially on a family dynamic and as a church dynamic. And so what that means is before it becomes nighttime, we'll have a scheduled timing in the near future. We want to host a little bit of a grill out. We want to host a chance to everyone to hang out, have fun, maybe listen to some music, play some games. We also have a lot of Easter eggs that we have not had a chance to use. And so we are going to use those Easter eggs, and we're going to have our own very late Easter egg hunt before the movie night. We are also going to announce the movie very, very soon. We really like the movie that we chose, but we don't want to announce it quite yet. We want to keep it a little bit suspenseful for everyone. So I hope you guys are excited about July 10th, where we get an opportunity to just have fun, celebrate the 4th of July, celebrate, just being a body in Christ, as well as watch a really fun movie, like drive-in style. It's going to be a lot of fun. The next thing, our big teen event. I'm sorry, guys, my throat is dry. Our next teen event is going to be our water kickball, our summer water kickball. Normally we do it later in the summer. This time we're doing it more along the lines of the middle of summer. It's going to be July 25th. July 25th is when we're going to have our water kickball. Last year we had a lot of fun. A lot of kids showed up. A lot of you guys, teens, showed up. It was a lot of fun. I think it's a really great game. If you have never played water kickball, you have to come and experience it. I promise you, it will not disappoint. I played it when I was a teenager, and I just want to continue sharing the fun of the ultimate game of water kickball. The summer youth event of the year for everyone is water kickball, and I want you to be there for that. So July 25th, once again, timing will be announced at a later date. but we do have the day down for you. And like I said, we'll be meeting again next week for youth group. Guys, I'm excited. That's it. We got through it. We got through this really cool and fun night. I hope you guys got a chance to enjoy it. If you guys have any questions, if you guys have anything that you would like to ask me, ask the church, if you have any questions about who we are, anything like that, do not hesitate to either comment in the comment section, wherever it may be. If you want to get in contact with us, that can be found either on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, both our main and our youth group page. I believe there's links on both of those to each other. Hop on our website. Our website will give you a lot of information, including our VBS. If you have younger siblings or know anyone who would be interested, it is digital this year, so please send that information to others. And we also have a YouTube channel, which is where you're at right now. This video right now is live on our YouTube channel, where we have our past sermons as well as future sermons. So if you don't want to leave the comfort of your home and feel safe, then here is the great time and place for you to do it. We have our Sunday services at 11 a.m. every Sunday, either here in the building or here online. Guys, it's been an amazing night. I hope you guys have had fun. I have had fun, and I just am really glad that you guys got a chance to enjoy this evening with me. And so I just want to, sign us off with thank you for joining us. Thank you for just, being an awesome group of kids in a place that really would like to see, God's light shine. I want us to be lighthouses on a hill, shooting light into the dark. All right. And so hopefully you guys get an opportunity to continue growing in Christ, have an opportunity to come visit here on Sunday mornings or Sundays afternoons for youth group. I hope you guys have a fantastic, fantastic summer. I hope to see you all again real soon. All right. I'll see you guys next time.